nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.
Welcome back to the channel. I hope you stay, click like, and drop a comment. I wanted to speak about the conflict in fake Israel and Palestine. I will not be taking a side in this war. I think it's clear that when I say fake Israel, that fake created land is not true Israel. They have been placed in that area for the British and American special interests, and they are paid handsomely for it. Now, this is in connection with the exploitation of the poor men, women, and children that dig and inhale coltan. This is very toxic and will cause health issues for the children and the people that dig for the coltan ore. Coltan is used in your Apple iPhone, computers, and aviation components. Now, the SMB is the Democratic Republic of Congo's biggest coltan miners. People are taken out. Children and people crushed in mines, and women are being brutally raped. Rwanda's army was fighting alongside the rebel group, and I put that in quotations because I believe it's funded by the European nations of the world. The enslaved are paid $1 or $2, producing 700 tons to just have something to eat. Women will bring their babies. Just remember, there's no daycare for someone earning $1 or $2. While Apple sells you the new iPhone Pro Max for $1,200 without tax. Okay, so I did find this article and I will put it in the description box if you want to read it. It's not very long. Some of the key points of this is there is untapped mineral deposits that are estimated to be $24 trillion. That include gold, diamonds, cobalt, and zinc. This is in the Democratic Republic of Congo. These are very rich natural resources. They should be for the people there. And if anybody else wants it, they shouldn't be exploited. It should be bought. You should pay for what you need, but oh no, the US and China and France and the rest of them, they want to go over there and they want to take. It's so insane. How they have these videos of people going into like high-end stores and taking stuff or taking jewelry, and they always show the melanated people who do it or black people who do it, and they act like this is just so crazy. But the most ironic thing about that is they are literally taking something that those people stole. The diamonds are stole. The everything that the nations need, they have taken. They have just taken it, but then they get mad when somebody takes it from them. If that's not the most hypocritical-ish that you have ever heard when they try and demonize black people, especially. But yeah, they produce 700 tons of this coltan and it's dispensed to manufacturers. Companies like Apple, this is where they're getting it from and then selling it to you for thousands of dollars when it didn't take much to even make the devices that they are making, because they're stealing the resources. They're getting the resources where there's exploitation and enslavement. So these overpriced items, laptops, cell phones, and other electronic devices, it's coming from people who are exploited, and everybody is okay with that because these are black people. And there are many abuses that are going on, and the ecosystem and wildlife, animals are being displaced from their homes. Chemicals are used and getting into the water and into animals and people. There are so many environmental crimes that are happening so these businesses can get what they want, so they can hike up the price and be greedy. This is greed. That's why greed is a deadly sin. And if you think about sin, sin leads to death. And people don't understand how certain things like lust or greed or, any of the other ones can lead to death. But you're clearly seeing the connection of greed. People who enough is never enough, They probably get a kick out of harming people and doing this for people, knowing that, these people have to do this in order to get some money. And some people get off on that. And the people who are digging in there, they don't have the proper equipment or anything to keep them safe at all. They will not spend a dime to make sure that happens. They're exploiting. They're expendable. These people are expendable. The tree cover, the wildlife is just not what it used to be. It's being destroyed because of this. So many people have died being trapped underground in landslides and other Coltan mining related activities. Child labor, 40,000 child miners work in this hazardous, toxic environment. This is absolutely disgusting. If you want the particulars, I'll go ahead and leave this in the description box because it is beyond horrific. It's beyond disgusting to me. And people will say, well, it's black people doing it to other black. Yeah, they will pay for someone who looks like the people to do this to the people, which I'm not saying that's right in any capacity. They could say no. But they're doing it anyway. It's all exploitation. That's not giving those people who participate with the side of the people who are doing wrong, that does not give them a pass at all. They will reap what they sow, as well as these companies. But yeah, at the end of the day, it is exploitation of a people. Do the African leaders need to do better? 100%. Do I have any trust in a lot of them? No, I don't. They're no different than American politicians over here. They are for their self-interest. Now, in my opinion, the USA is the dirty little devil causing and paying for this to happen, along with other European nations, and I believe Israel is tied into this as well. The Going Green project with new technology, battery-powered cars, and other powered products will be at the expense of millions of lives. The African leadership that allow this is as feckless and worthless as the politicians in America that promise Black Americans progress while omitting it's for their own personal gain. They call Africa a ish whole nation, but China, Britain, France, and America, to name a few, cannot keep their asses out and off the continent, because without the pilfering and pillaging of Africa, their ish whole nations would cease to exist.